seasons of fucking Preds, man.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the longest playoff drought in any professional sports franchise. Right now.
I want to say it's gone up to 14 now. 14 years without the playoffs. The
Bills, though. That's cool. We're big.
Yeah.
At least Matt and I. I'm not sure if Blake's a big NFL fan, but Matt and I we're followers of football.
Yeah, it was great moving up. I mean, I was hesitant of jumping on the Mafia bandwagon, but just seeing, just like getting up here, like it's a year that I've been up in Buffalo, and just seeing like the community that you like rallies around the Bills. I mean, it was an easy, fandom to be a part of. So yeah,
I would argue Buffalo Bills fandom probably matches Edmonton Oilers fandom. Really, I mean, probably a little bit less, but
yeah.
It's up there, man.
You get to the dance and you don't get to take the girl home. So yeah.
I mean, it's this whole theory of like Edmonton climate is very similar to Buffalo in that it's like really cold and shitty up here, and there's not a lot to do, which is I also think contributes to a good local music scene. Because it's like there's nothing to do. So people just sit around like try to get good at playing guitar or drums, and then hey, let's start a band, and it takes off. Like it's small communities in these colder prairie cities, but yeah, we're pretty rabid when it comes to like our sports and our music for sure.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they listen to EDM music.
Well, Eric.
What's up, dude?
Who do we got today?
We got the Broken Yolks from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Well, you got any? I'm sure you guys, you're probably gonna get some puns here somewhere because it's
not my fault. It's all him. Been talking to him all day.
We're pretty used to it by now.
Gotcha. Contributors of it.
We've heard it all. I'm hoping you can give us a new one here.
Nice. Probably not.
No.
Sure, we can come up with a new one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we'll see. We'll just let them flow. If it comes out, it comes out. I'm not going to make them.
Yeah. Don't force it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like a poop.
Yeah, never trust the
that was this morning. Especially when you're on a plane. Yeah, those are the worst.
I mean, it's all good PR. We'll take all of the puns, whether forced or not.
There you go.
There you go.
Sometimes I like to just sit and make a list of different egg puns.
And then what you need to do is if people that you talk to and they get one, you mark it off and then they get a prize.
Yeah, like bingo.
Yeah, like bingo. There you go. Like
there you go. Yeah.
We'll give them one of the vinyl. That'll work.
Hey.
On the back of it, it has a bingo board.
Yeah. Blacklist Royals. We had a drinking game in our vinyl in the Semper Libre record. It had little cards in the insert that you cut out, and you would play a game called Blacklist Blackout. Yeah, it was.
That's
just get drunk. Yeah.
Why didn't we think of that?
Hey, man, it's been a while. Yeah, you guys can do it. Yeah, you're good. The record came out probably 2007, 2008. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we really try to rip off bands that we love a lot, and I think we need to do more of that. I think.
Yeah.
Like I'll just steal the words off a Good Riddance song, throw it in Chat GPT, and it just rearranges the lyrics for me. I'm like, oh, great, I got a new song.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Political, man.
Yeah, people will get down with it. I don't know what it means, but
writer's block, not anymore. Thanks, Copilot.
Blake, where'd you get your inspiration for your songs? Chat GPT.
No, you ask ChatGPT where they got the inspiration for the song, and then they'll give you a big description. Then you already know what to say.
It's true.
Yeah.
Hey, ChatGPT, write me 20 egg puns to tell at our next live show.
Oh man, I'm already there.
Amazing.
So I'm gonna go there. What's up? So the name, obviously, Broken Yolks. What's the story behind that? Whose name? Matt, your name.
Yeah. So I guess this would have been late 2016. Yeah. We had kind of been jamming for a while and we didn't really have a name. And I think I was still living at home at my parents' house at the time, and I think it was like 11:30 p.m. and I was really stoned, and I was making scrambled eggs.
Oh yeah,
as I've been known to do. All right, and no, not scrambled eggs. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I was frying eggs, and bang, I popped that bad boy, and I kind of just stared at it, and it was like, time slowed down, and it just, whoa. Broken Yolks, like bro. Anyway, instantly in the group chat, boys, I got the name. I'm telling you, this is it. They were like, okay, whatever. We don't have anything better. And since I was the first one to come up with something that was better than anything we had, it stuck. I'd also like to think I was just really passionate about it. These guys know my love for eggs. Most of my friends do, and my wife included. And so we went with that, and then we got this friend of mine. She kind of whipped up our like first design of kind of like the fried egg, kind of just like leaking out his own face there at the yolk, and it kind of went from there. We threw it on a t-shirt, and here we are today. So
nice.
We joke about what a shitty band name it is all the time, but as in like less than 10 minutes ago we were talking about it.
If you weren't stoned making eggs, you might not have had that name. If you were stoned doing something else, who knows what name could have been.
I believe that if I was sober making eggs, I still would have come up with the name. Like that's just how much the eggs really mean to me in my health.
It's funny too, because we had a little bit of a conversation about changing the name before we put out this set of songs. And I remember like the logo you have in the corner here.
Yeah.
On the screen, like I had just put a bunch of hours into like designing it and putting it together.
Okay.
And I was like, we had the conversation on the car on the way to a show. We're like, yeah, like, we were workshopping some new names. But I was like, but I just put all this time into this new logo and it looks really cool. So I don't think we should change it. So like, rebranding is so much work.
Yeah,
it is a good logo though.
Yeah. No, I dig it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
And and look at that. What's the chances of it being next to you in on the window here?
See?
Oh, it's got to be high. Someone might throw an egg at me soon.
So another question. So Eric asked me and Eric were talking before before you guys came in, and we were looking at the cover of the new album, The View of the Bystander, which comes out tomorrow. What's that image from?
That is the Challenger explosion.
Knew it. Yeah.
We got to see that in action when it blew up.
Yeah,
class.
Dude. Yeah. I think we were both we were both in elementary school. Like I was living over in Germany at the time. My dad was stationed over there in the army. So yeah. Like that day, like, it was a big deal, So teacher rolls out, the TV into the classroom and plugs it into the wall and it's like satellite, we're going to watch the space shuttle launch into, wherever, nowhere. And so I want to say,
and what's her face was a teacher. She was the first civilian or whatever, right? To go up.
Sally McBride or something.
Yeah,
like
I know.
That.
I took a dick not knowing, but
you remembered her at least.
Yeah, it's a pretty the back cover, which you will only be able to see with the physical release, is kind of like a 4-corner compilation of all the like crowd reaction shots. Like,
oh shit,
wow, it's pretty heavy. Again, I was really baked one night making eggs, and I thought Challenger explosion, that should be the artwork. So. I'm kidding. But
Eric, Eric, it's really funny you mentioned that too, because Matt's a social teacher, and so he kind of like when we were talking about the theme for the album, and he kind of presented the idea for this artwork to us. Like he kind of mentioned that context of like, I wonder what it was like for teachers back then to roll that TV out and all their
kids. Dude.
Oh, we're gonna watch this cool rocket take off, and then just disaster.
Yeah. And then you get home from school and it's on TV, and then you get the newspaper the next day and it's front page. Yeah. It's just,
I was telling him, I think like they were saying Big Bird was supposed to be on that space shuttle. and they didn't want to put him on there in case something happened and then kids would be devastated. But we watched it explode in class, so I think it's
yeah.
The damage was done. I don't really know how much you could really mitigate that kind of sadness, but go NASA, I guess.
I mean, if Big Bird would have died, man, I mean, we wouldn't. His little eggs would have been everywhere. So look, I just pulled up the Wikipedia of the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, and there's that picture. The cover.
Yeah, well, I have one more funny story about this. Are you guys
go ahead.
with a band called Idols?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so their latest release, Tank.
Okay.
It's got like this explosion on the front cover, right? Like, I don't know, you can look it up, Russ, but
I'm looking it up.
I sent it off to a couple of friends of ours who live in Vancouver. And when I designed, like, Matt gave me the picture, and when I designed the artwork, I threw it in Lightroom, and I kind of just messed with it and threw some grain on it and put a font over it. And I thought it looked sweet, and we're like, cool, like this has got to be the cover, like this totally lines up with the theme and the name of everything. And I sent it over to some friends in Vancouver to like look it over, and they're like, you guys can't put this out, like it looks too much like Tank, and it's like this big post-punk release in 2024. And we're like, but like we're gonna do it anyway because it looks great. But
I didn't know about this.
Wow.
You're not an Idols fan.
I'm not an Idols fan.
When I just got into Idols, recently. So when I actually saw that album cover, I thought the name of the band, that's what the name of the band was Tank.
It's pretty big. It's like right up there. I could see why you would think that.
Yeah, because it's just like boom, it's up there, But then I wish I had that.
Anyway, we ripped them off on purpose. We just did it by accident.
For the record, I didn't know.
So, hopefully they don't take you to the people's court.
Yeah, exactly.
They all say they didn't know.
Yeah, these guys.
It's okay. Copyright laws in Canada are pretty loose. I think we'll get away with it.
Yeah.
GBT, man.
So last week you guys dropped Tats and is it Tats? Wait.
Last week we put out the single was called Misery, and then I think 2 weeks prior to that we put out Plaid's Hats or Tats.
Okay.
Yeah, those are both certified bangers. Love those songs.
Nice.
Yeah. I was rocking out to you guys today at work, so yeah, it was made Thursday tolerable at the office.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
So I listened to the album today, so I would have it fresh in my head. And it throws you out that intro. I'm like, okay. And then I'm not expecting that intro just to be like that acoustic. And then I'm expecting it like somewhere that just drop out. And it's like, oh. And then it kicks in. And I'm like, was that written in the studio? Like on the fly?
Intentional. I don't know how people like it. I always thought it was a cool intro kind of idea. Just something that kind of like sets the tone, I guess, a little bit in terms of like the general mood of the album. And so kind of just like, I don't know. That was my thought behind it. I thought it sounded cool. Maybe it's not as cool as I thought.
I think we kind of started a few like of our live shows kind of with that instrumental to open, and then kind of talk over it. Hey, we're Broken Yolks. Thanks for coming. Blah blah blah. And then boom, whatever song we picked, right? And we just kind of throw it on there for 40 seconds or whatever.
They only kept it because I was so adamant about keeping it.
We should tell the story of the alternate. We should tell the story of the alternate mix for that intro.
You guys said it had like urinal sounds and like eagles. It sounded like a toilet flushing or something.
I'll let Dave tell that one.
The producer that mixed the songs for us after we recorded them, we kind of gave him the intro, and he was like, "What do you want us to do with this?" And we're like, "Yeah, just like make it reverby and like make it sound spacey and cool and floaty or whatever." Like we just kind of wanted to just open the record up. And he gave us like an alternate mix that had a bunch of like bald eagles screeching in the background, like urinal
Jesus.
like nuclear bomb alarms.
It wasn't bad.
It sounded cool, but
there was the air raid siren in it that made it sound hardcore, man. The air raid, like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Like it would have, if we kept it that way, I would have been like, "Woo, this sounds even better."
Yeah, I was like, all right, what's, and then like I said, I was really expecting something else, and then, but the rest of the album fucking bangs. I really enjoyed Danger Clothes. That song rips. So it's 15 tracks. Well, we'll say 14 because we're not gonna count that intro. But so 15, is this gonna be your first full length?
As a band, yes.
Yeah, we've done smaller batches.
What was that?
We've done smaller batches,
okay.
But I mean, like him and I play in another band, and we've done like a full length with our other band. So, like, but as Broken Yolks, this is the first like big full length we've done. Yeah,
recording music is so expensive, right? So it like in previous years, it was like, all right, crunch the numbers, do the whole accountant thing. Okay, we can afford 7.25 songs at this much per hour kind of thing. Like, it's an expensive hobby. I mean, you guys know that. I think.
Oh, no shit. Yeah. Cause you gotta, you record, you track, and you got to make sure everybody knows their shit. And then after the tracking, then, you got to get it mastered. So that, I mean, for sure. And then are you going to put it on vinyl? Are you going to put it on CDs? Is it just going to be a digital release? So, where we are right now, I mean, vinyl is cool. It's great. But I mean, after I was in Blacklist Royals, there wasn't a band that I was in that did vinyl because just couldn't afford it. So yeah, the fact that you guys got it on vinyl, this new record, that's going to be sick.
Yeah, we're stoked. We're happy to work with High End Denim Records for that too, because they were kind of like, like you guys front the money for the vinyls, but we'll send it places and like hopefully they'll pick up a couple copies, and every little chunk you can make back to break even is super big, right? So
yeah, for sure. I mean, because think about it, you guys play shows, you don't want to take, a shit ton of records with you because those things are fucking heavy and they take up space in either the trailer or the van, wherever you put them. And then you get them, you take them to the show, you put them at the merch table, everybody, they come by and they look and they're just like, oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
and then they take off. It's like, but we've got vinyl, motherfucker. Buy this. So, yeah.
I'm hoping all those like big NASA historians are going to buy a couple copies, right? They'll recognize that image. They're like, okay, I love astrophysics. I'm in on that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
What you need to do when you promote it, when you in your hashtags, you got to put Space Shuttle Challenger in there.
Yeah, we should we'll front a couple copies to the local library, and maybe maybe people just rent it for the weekend.
Now here's the thing: is that album cover going to become a shirt?
As of right now, no. But I mean, hey, it could. It could. Didn't really think about that, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely
didn't think about it.
We have speaking of ripoffs, that's kind of been the theme of the first, 15 minutes of this conversation. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, I don't know if you would, but you guys like ginger ale?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what's like the big ginger ale brand down in the States? Like Schweppes maybe, or?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Canadian Dry. Canadian Dry.
Okay, so it's perfect.
Up there, they just call it dry, dude.
Canada Dry. So we were thinking about doing we wanted to do a new run of shirts for the release, and we've always thought like, oh, it's cool when these bands like rip off like a beer, like a Miller High Life, and then you put your band's name in it or whatever, and kind of twist the logo around. We were jamming one night and Blake was like, well, like beer's kind of lame. Every band does beer. Like I love ginger ale. Let's do Canada Dry. So we have like a cool new run of shirts with the Canada Dry logo.
Dude, that's sick.
Them off with our name on it. So
yeah.
Maybe we'll have to ship you boys a couple copies once we have them in our hands. And you guys can rep Canada Dry, Broken Yolks down in the States.
Yeah, dude. Stoked.
That's such a rad logo. Now, what year did you put your year you guys were established? in the
so we put established the year, and then on the back, it's pretty cool. Well, I'm definitely going to send you guys a shirt.
Hell yeah.
On the back, it's got like a little ginger ale can skateboarding, and then it says like Canada Dry's like slogan is the champagne of ginger ale. And then I just changed it to say the champagne of punk rock. So.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
I was going to look that up. I was like, I can pull that up right now.
That is true, though.
Yeah,
like
they're pretty rad. You guys send me your sizes, and we'll make sure to send you guys a couple.
Right on. Cool. Yeah, thanks.
But you're right, though. Every band will do like Miller High Life or PBR or anything like that.
Yeah, dude. Blacklist Royals did the PBR. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that was a staple in like at Fest. You could go to everybody's show. They had like a PBR like knockoff shirt. We always
tried to avoid that stuff because we feel like it was so like played out. Or, no offense, right? But it's like everyone.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Pretty sure Screeching Weasel makes fun of that in a song. And Follow Your Leaders, if anybody knows that song.
Well, I know that too.
PBR on all our record covers or whatever is the line. He's joking about that.
Yeah. I mean, we love PBR. We're the biggest hypocrites in the world. Like, we'll talk shit about bands. We'll be like, oh, stupid. There's another band with a PBR logo as we like shotgun a PBR.
Dude, I talk shit about PBR, and then at Fest, I'm drinking it like freaking, water. Right. It's like, this is the greatest thing ever. And then the next morning, I hate myself. Yeah.
It's all good. Hey, it's like it's either that logo or then it's in the Misfits logo or like the most played off logo that people will do their own little mashups of,
Yeah.
Which are both great. Nirvana face like an egg.
We're trying to get away from the egg.
That'd be pretty dope. Yes. That'd be pretty sweet. I would do that. You guys should do that.
No is the answer.
Yeah, we could do Nirvana's Nevermind, but it's just like a little sperm swimming through a pool,
I think I would look pretty good naked in the pool, boys. I don't know. I chase those dollar bills.
That'll sell T-shirts.
Yeah,
that would be on a T-shirt, and on the back of the T-shirt would be your ass because it would be the ass.
The opposite end. Yeah.
The jury has spoken.
Yeah, a couple of
ass and toes.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
So, guys, what do you guys plan on doing with this here record that comes out tomorrow?
Playing one show and then calling it quits. No.
and then the record will sell out. You come back in 5 years.
Reunion show.
Make them really wait. Give the crowd what they can't have.
Yeah. Warped Tour 5 years from now.
Nice.
Yeah.
In Des Moines.
That's right.
Hello, Iowa.
I mean, I think I like as tongue in cheek as that is. I feel like we've done through the course of us being a band, we've done a couple like the DIY tours, like book yourself through, play a bunch of pubs and small venues, through Western Canada, like our kind of local. It's crazy to say Western Canada is like our small little local corner of the world, but Canada's so big that it's like that's like 15 hours of driving to get to like the furthest show we played on that tour. But yeah, for us it would be like I think it was we'd want to eventually get out east to like the Buffalo. I mean, probably not to Buffalo, but to at least Toronto and like Ontario and Eastern Canada, and then just get to play some cooler shows in the city and around at least in our province and our local areas, get to play with some like some of our heroes. Our other bands, we've been lucky enough to really open up and play like at least opening slots for bands that we look up to. But this band in particular has never really had a chance to open up for someone like, who we consider huge. So I think hopefully this is kind of like a good stepping stone or platform for us to get some opportunities like that.
Yeah. So as far as
like 6 months of the year, I just want to tour all the time, play everywhere.
There you go.
I don't like working. I'd rather play music all day and every day. Fuck working.
Yeah, for sure. So how far down? I'm in Buffalo, right over the, right next to the border. Have you guys ever played like St. Catharines or Wheeling or, any town like that? Around.
We've never gone that far east. Like,
okay.
for us, and I mean, geography definitely plays into it a little bit, but the most we've done is go west out to Vancouver and Victoria and stuff that way, and then back. We did like a 10-day, 12-day, whatever kind of tour thing, like in 2019 or 2020 in the summer there, where we kind of left from Edmonton, did 2 days in Alberta, and then went all the way to the coast and back. Rented the van, did the classic, loaded up, kind of thing, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah. But it's like Dave said, I mean, geography wise, right? Like Canada's huge. Like it's it's a lot. Not just staying places or finding places to crash, right? But just the gas and the wear and tear and all of it. It's a lot. So, to go out east, we would have to definitely crunch the numbers and fly out, and then you go from there, right?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We haven't done that.
Yeah. If you guys know where Winnipeg is,
drive, man, drive. Get in that greasy van, put no clothes on, and I hit the fucking road.
So as far as festivals, kind of what we have like here in the States, we have the fest in Gainesville, and then but in Montreal there's Pouza Fest, which is kind of has that same vibe of the fest in Gainesville. Does Edmonton have anything like that, or any surrounding city of where you guys are in Alberta? Have any?
You're wearing the shirt, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. This band that I'm wearing their shirt, No More Moments. They live. I guess it would be on a reserve in southern Alberta on Siksika Nation.
Okay,
I think that would be Treaty 7. They put on a fest called Moments Fest, which is on like their Indigenous reserve, and it's like a pretty big thing in southern Alberta. We've not played it, but that one's pretty big. We've played other festivals that are, I think there's a lot more kind of like small time, I don't want to say DIY festivals, but a lot of smaller ones. I know because I listened to your guys' episode with Trashed Ambulance last night. I know Josh on that episode had mentioned how they played at Super Friendly Fest. When he talked about them opening for Pup and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We all went to that fest because that was in Edmonton. That one's not anymore. That was a lot of fun. Last year, Punk and Drublick was in town on that farewell thing, right? That was a crazy, really fun time.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of smaller ones around Alberta. We have this big kind of like carnival thing that comes through Edmonton every year called Klondike Days, K Days. Bad Religion was the band the first night of that.
Oh, sick.
Just a couple of weeks ago. So Blake and I went to that. That was really cool. I wouldn't really call
like
that
shitty Calgary Stampede. If you guys know Calgary Stampede, it's like a shitty Calgary Stampede.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah. I know there was just I think it was still like Ontario, but All and John Snodgrass and a handful of other bands. They played. It was called like Buddies Best Friends Fest or something like that.
Buddies Fest, yeah.
Buddies Fest, yeah. I really wanted to go to that because I'm more of an All fan. I mean, I love the Descendants, but I love All because the 3 different fucking singers.
Chad Price, man. So
Chad. But I mean, Scott and fucking Dave. I mean, all of those records, different lead singers, great fucking backing. Carl, fucking, all of them. God,
he's the gold standard in bass playing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I had to play bass in front of him once, and I apologized after the show. I was like, "I'm sorry, I played bass in front of you, dude." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, but I was like,
I feel like I would do the same thing. I'd be like, "Hey, what do you want me to put? Can I put stuff away for you? Do you need me to carry it?" I feel really bad that you have to watch what I just did.
Yeah, but.
And then he goes, "I wasn't even paying attention."
Dude, yeah. And then,
I blacked out.
Yeah, no.
So how was that Bad Religion show?
Oh, go ahead, Matt. Yeah.
What?
No, you.
How was that Bad Religion? Yeah.
Oh, Bad Religion was amazing.
Yeah, those guys. I mean,
they never get bad.
I mean, my favorite band of all time, but like just true consummate professionals. Like, holy shit, even in their late 50s, maybe they're over 60 now. I think they're my mom's age, approaching 60. Like, just watching them, you're like, wow. Like, I don't know. I've seen them however many times, pretty much every time they've come through Edmonton. And I was just blown away. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. You're just like shocked, even though I shouldn't be shocked, but just so tight and just well, I don't know, just fucking good. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
I still get like the goosebumps, man. And they're playing, like, there's a whole set list. I mean, I'm assuming you guys are somewhat familiar with Bad Religion. Like,
oh, for sure.
You know, they're busting out Fields of Mars, like that song that ends New Maps of Hell. Like, I don't think I've ever seen them play that live.
Yeah, they played a lot.
Or just like a couple of random ones. You're like, what the hell? Like, where did this come from? Like, I mean, they played like Infected and Digital Boy and all the stuff you would normally expect, right? But a couple where,
there's some
I've never seen them. Yeah, never seen them play it, and I was just like, wow, like,
it's cool.
Just pros, just pros.
And their new drummer is such a beast, and he adds so much vocal like harmonies. It was like he's back there killing it on drums and then singing at the same time, which is just
If I may comment on that, so for a long time I didn't really do any backups in this 3-piece, and this guy used to kind of shit all over me about it. Be like, "Oh, it sounds more full in a 3-piece. You know, got a blah 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 blah. Sing backup, Matt.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong."
Anyway, so I started doing it. But when you watch him, right? So he's got that swivel mic that kind of comes behind him, and then the mic comes this way, right?
Right.
The mic is over here. He'll be playing, and then in between snare hits, he'll lift his stick up and in one motion, move the mic manually in front of his face, and then sing his lines, and then with that same hand to move it out of the way afterwards, all while keeping the beat just fine, right?
Yeah.
And that,
he's a wizard, Harry.
Like, that's crazy shit to me, because
you've never seen a drummer do that before?
Not the way he does it, or as often as he does it.
Yeah,
I've definitely.
Please, sir.
I've seen it multiple times by the greats, dude. The greats.
Yeah. All right, sure. But for as often as he's doing it,
Alex Van Halen. Dude.
Yeah, he's got somebody to like. He's got his own mic mover.
Yeah,
he pays somebody.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, I'm really bummed. Both them and Dropkick were in town either last night or before. And
oh man,
I totally fucking.
Eric, are you there? Oh,
froze up, boys. Or I froze up.
Oh, there you are. There you go.
Where are we?
We're over here.
Did I go rogue?
And how you missed out on them.
Yeah, you're talking about Dropkick.
Dropkick and Bad Religion were both in town, and I totally forgot. I thought it was it was like next month or something. I don't know.
Boo, hiss.
Yup. Hold on. Got a Mountie at the door. Be right back.
I recently saw Descendants play, and those dudes it was Descendants with Adolescents and Circle Jerks, and all those dudes are in their 60s, and I think Keith Morris from Circle Jerks is about to be damn near 70, and they fucking still throw it down up there live like they're young. You know, it's so rad to see that. But
we saw all three of them at the Punk and Drublic last year.
Descendants is next level. It's just like boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah,
it's like a fuck machine that won't stop fucking you.
I mean, mine's broke, so I can't tell you that I have used one recently, but you know, I went and saw Punk and Drublic back in July in Denver, and fucking insane. But it sucked too because this huge storm came up.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you heard about that? It sucked. They can't, like, right after MXPX played, which was cool. I got to see them at least. They canceled the rest of the night, right? So the next day, NoFX played 2 sets, but they were shorter sets.
Yeah, they played an afternoon and an evening or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then the whole lineup for the day was rearranged. Like Comeback Kid was supposed to play midday, Comeback Kid ended up closing out the show, and my buddy didn't want to stick around, so I didn't get to see them. Teenage Bottle Rocket was supposed to play in the afternoon, but Teenage Bottle Rocket played at the end of the night. And I was like, man. But I mean, I've seen Comeback Kid plenty of times, but it was cool to see them in another state, you know?
Totally.
No, they're great. They're Canadian legends, so we're like,
they're great. I'm going to see their 20th anniversary tour for Wake the Dead in September.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
That song, that album, that whole album was just a fucking pile on. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fucking pile on, that whole album. It's like a lot of bands don't do it. And I'm not just saying that because we're talking about them, but I am saying that because we're talking about them. Start to finish, that album, banger. There's not one bad track. You know, it's great.
I would agree strongly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that. Like start my day with that album tomorrow. Yeah,
great day starter.
Yeah, well, I'd like you to start it with our album, but yeah, maybe album number 2. That was cool.
Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah, because tomorrow, you know, I'm actually tomorrow. Yeah, we got to listen to it again tomorrow to give them the count, the plays.
There you go.
We got the bootleg version.
Yeah, help the algorithm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I got the emailed version.
Yeah, when I put out the No Concern record, I listened to it every day. And then when I got my Spotify year in review, it's like, your favorite band is No Concern.
It should be. You should listen to
I listen to it every fucking day. That's why.
Hey, shameless self-promotion. You have to do it.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I wear my band's t-shirt non-fucking stop, man. Because if you were in my band, you would do it too.
That's fair.
Do you guys critique yourself a lot when you go back and listen to your stuff later?
Constantly.
All right. Yeah. All of you.
Yeah. I mean, not to be that guy, but as a professional educator, I am paid to judge students and shit on them in a way. And I do that to these two. So I can be kind of a dick about it sometimes. Maybe not so much our like recorded stuff, but any film sets we have, it's like, hey, that was pretty good, fellas, but I'm going to timestamp these moments where we could clean it the fuck up. And, that's a sour note, Blake. That's a missed harmony there, Dave.
Yeah, that's a voice effect or whatever.
Myself, though, no, flawless. I would never critique myself, but that's not true.
Classic teacher.
No,
you got the red pen out and
classic band guy. We all just self-deprecate like crazy, right? Like you talk about playing in front of those guys, right in front of all. Oh man, I'm sorry you had to see that. Like, I'm so bad tonight. But everybody's like, I have no clue, man. That sounded great to me. But you're just like melting down in the corner.
That's the thing. Like most people, if they've never seen you before, they don't know you fucked up. But then you fucked up, and you're like, fuck.
The truth, that move is to not even comment on it, but it's hard to get out of your own head sometimes. You're like, oh my God, everybody saw me drop that stick for 2 seconds. Oh, I'll never recover from this.
And then you got that guy in the crowd that comes up to you like, dude, that was so cool how you got that stick and it bounced back up and you grabbed it. That was so rad, dude. You're like,
yeah, I've been practicing that. Yeah.
It's funny because bands at like, our level, like, we're not professional. We don't get paid, we don't get paid to do this. So yeah, most of the times you make a mistake at a show, like no one's going to actually notice. We don't have any super fans that are going to be like, oh my God. I remember like one time Matt and I were watching, one of our favorite bands is Propagandhi. And the 3 of us went out to go see Propagandhi. And they like started this song. And I think that Chris probably started in the wrong tuning, I want to say. Like, because they played about 15 seconds of the song. And then he looked back at the drummer and was like, Todd, like, no, they cut it. And they restarted the song after he retuned. And me and, the 3 of us were in the front row being like, oh my God, like they made a mistake. They're human. They're just like us. And I mean, they're not just like us, but
And actually,
that's way cooler lives.
I saw Metallica do that just recently. They started playing. Kurt was at a tune.
It was all Lars's fault.
They stopped and they looked at Lars, and Lars was like,
Lars.
And looked at Kurt, and Kurt was like, all right, we're good. It's like, all right. It's like, you guys.
That's what Lars did.
It happens, right?
Yeah. Somebody got fired that night.
For sure. Yeah.
And hopefully it was Lars.
Some poor guitar roadie. You fucked up. You gave him the guitar that was the wrong tuning. You're done.
That was for
and
the
he's
next
like,
song.
but Lars told me. And they're like, oh, okay, fuck. All right, damn it.
But I have noticed this, and then I'm done with this, but I have noticed a lot lately that there's videos going up of Kirk, which is they're only human, fucking up songs lately, like songs that you play every show. And I'm like, yeah, just fucking shit on this guy real quick. You could post videos of Lars fucking up all day. That's great to watch because that happens every fucking show too. I'd rather watch him fuck up than Kurt, you know.
In Kurt's defense, all he has to do is just air some kind of monster, and the bickering between frickin' James and Lars. And he's like, yeah, Kurt can do no wrong after that movie, you know. It's like, if you haven't seen Some Kind of Monster, don't watch it.
Yeah,
some of it.
It's on Lars. It's like he drums in the biggest metal band on earth, you know.
For sure, right?
Something right.
No, yeah, for sure. No.
I always say this too, though. Some of the drummers that some drummers look up to were influenced by him, and then some of the bigger drummers, you know, that he looked up to, like fucking, drummer fucking Jason Bonham, or John Bonham. And it's like all these people, but Lars, like you said, he's in the biggest band. People get shit on him because the motherfucker doesn't practice. He doesn't have to practice.
I give him shit. I mean, I do
solid. Too, but I do too. But he's still Lars.
He's still Lars.
Napster.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's where my brain went. The Napster overlord.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that video online? It was early internet days of like Lars and James. And Lars is like, hey, Napster, yeah. What do you have to say, James? And then James is like, Napster sucks. And he goes back, and then like James, like Kurt's like this little guy, and then James like this big. Oh, it was stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about it.
That's awesome.
That was my animation today. Sorry, I'm done.
That was rad. That's going to be on a T-shirt.
Yeah. Me. What you got it? What me fucking doing this? Yeah. Hey, it's like the Michael Jackson dance.
Yeah, dude. I dig it.
I'm just gonna start. That's how we're gonna walk out on our stage.
Yeah.
We're Broken Yolks.
I got this guy that works, and I don't know how old y'all are. Are y'all in your 20s, 30s, 20s?
30s.
Okay.
All right.
Dave, 20s.
All right. Young Dave in his 20s. That's how the name came about. I was always the youngest guy in every band that I've ever played around. So
that makes sense, Yeah. No, I had this guy at work, and he's a younger guy, and he always asked me, how were the 80s? Like he always asked me about the 80s. And he was like, do you know how to do the Michael Jackson Thriller dance?
Oh, jeez.
I feel like I'm the old guy, which I am. I'm not mad about it. But he's like, I was like, yeah, we watched it on TV. It like premiered at like 8:00, and the whole world watched it at one time.
It stopped.
So I fucking did
go from black and white to color.
He moonwalked color into TVs. It was amazing.
I watched the Challenger blow up live.
Shit.
Yeah. He didn't believe I saw that though. Well, I say, well, glad. No, but when they the whole color TV thing, apparently if you had a color TV at that time, it went from black and white to color like in the middle of a news broadcast.
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's pretty cool. They made like a whole big deal out of it.
Yeah, I was like wow. Now, if you didn't have a color TV, it just stayed this. You're just like,
I like you had no sound. Then you can figure out, what are they talking about? Let's make up our own story. That's how
my grandma used to tell me she used to watch TV by radio, and I was like, how the fuck did you watch it by radio? You're listening to it,
Lay down, Grandma.
Yeah. Oh, she's laid down now, but
Oh, come on.
It's
Put
not
that joint out.
Over the line.
Nah, she was more of a Schlitz malt liquor kind of gal. She was classy.
Right.
Yeah. The
bull, man.
Yeah,
Lando Calrissian did commercials for Schlitz.
I work at a bar, and like it's like a wine bar. It's a pretty nice place. But when we moved into it, it had like, it used to be a dive bar, and they had a Schlitz malt liquor bowl like kind of hung up over the bar. It used to be like
rad.
And the owners were like, "What should we do with this?" I was like, "We got to keep that. That has to stay."
Yeah, for sure.
Is it still there?
Still there. Still there.
Hell yeah. Sometimes you just got to hold on to something like that. You know, I bet you could have sold it for a lot of fucking money though.
When I quit, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, they won't notice. In Nashville, we have one of the oldest. Isn't Sweetwater? Well, no, what's that one?
Springwater.
Springwater is like the oldest bar in Tennessee.
I think so. Yeah, right over there by the Parthenon.
It was like it made it through Prohibition. And they like Bonnie and Clyde hung out there, or somebody like that was hung out there. There's a history to that bar, but it made it through Prohibition, and it's a cool little place to play. It's tiny.
Yeah. Now that I know that Bonnie and Clyde were there, I'm stoked that I played there a couple of times. So nice. Thanks for the history lesson there, Russ.
If you Google it, it'll tell you everyone that's played or everyone that hung out there back in the day.
Cool.
Nice.
So who is the main guy in the band that writes the music, or is it a collaboration?
I guess that would be me.
Oh, you just take credit for everything, aren't you?
Sorry?
I said, you're just taking credit for everything.
Not the name, all right? He never gets that. Ask me, all right? Don't you ever forget that. Write that down.
All right, let it be known that Matt named the band.
Okay.
Right.
And now he's out.
When
he
we
just dropped the
started
mic.
writing songs, it was all Blake. Like when we first started, it was like Blake brought a bunch of songs to jam, and we just learned them and did it that way. And then as the years have gone by, like on this record specifically, a lot of it is like we've changed our songwriting style so much. It's a lot of like I'll contribute a few, or like even some of the songs that I have where I'm singing lead vocals on, it'll be like Blake brought a riff and then I turned it into something, or like I brought a riff and then we kind of wrote it together, or Matt will do a lot of like the lyrical revisions because he's the super intelligent professional educator. So like he wants to make sure the grammar's right.
Oh, yeah. So when I send in lyrics, I always know there's going to be something. It's just a matter of what.
It has changed. It's a very collaborative songwriting style now. Like Blake does bring the bulk of our ideas to the table, but Matt and I have a lot more influence and input on it now. So I'm taking a little bit of credit away from Blake, even though he is the master.
I push these guys to like kind of add their 2 cents, because I'm like, I could sit and bring songs in all day long, but then it's just like it's not a band. The band
for sure. I
incorporate everybody's perspectives. We don't have to agree on them, but at least, hey, let's try this, or hey, this would be cool. Like, there's a part in Better on My Own, and I don't know if you guys heard that song, but it's like it really just kind of like breaks down super slow. That was an idea Dave had. He's just like, hey, what do you guys think of this? And I was like, yeah, let's try it. So I really pushed them to, give creative input. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love bringing in songs, and I still have a bunch that I could bring in tomorrow. But, I just like, I like their input. And I think with this record, like Dave said, he's got more songs of his own. We got him more involved. Collectively, like some songs, there's a little more back and forth between Dave and I. Do
you guys all sing?
I mean, I do most of the singing. Again, like he was saying earlier, right? I harassed him for years, and especially in our other band, to be like, hey, dude, we are a 3-piece. Having that third set of vocals is huge.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah, so like Plaids, Hats, or Tats, like that first single we put out off this release, if you guys have heard it.
Great example.
Yeah.
That's a great example of kind of where our live show's at now. Is like Matt has the kind of chorusy screaming parts, like he's kind of yelling in the background. Blake's got the verses and like the choruses, and then I throw in like the kind of ad-libby, I sing in a little bit of a higher register, so like I'm like that kind of, I don't know I'm not a fucking, I'm trying to think of my Italian vocal ranges, like they're not coming to mind, but I'm like a higher register, so I'll come in and like cut above it, right? So like yeah, we try to make it dynamic, and we try to all like share the space and contribute. And I think it translates pretty well live now that we've kind of polished it and dialed it in.
Tenor is the word you're looking for, I think, David.
Yes, tenor. I was gonna say soprano, but I don't sing like this. So.
Now,
not yet a falsetto.
No, not
Dave,
yet.
Dave, you said you sing songs to that you primarily vocals. Are that your lyrics or are they Blake's lyrics?
Yeah, no, like so anything that I'll sing, like so Misery, the second single, Misery, that's like me. Like I wrote the lyrics to that. I brought the, a good skeleton for the guitar and everything to it. So yeah, that's one of those songs that was kind of like me. And then there'll be a lot of songs that are like all three of us are working on together. And then there's a few songs that are like Matt at least wrote lyrics down. And then we were like, okay, well, we can put this over it and kind of make a song out of it. So there's lots of variety, but yeah.
Yeah. Like for example, like for Plaids, Hats or Tats, Blake wrote the music for and kind of just sent us a loose demo. I wrote the lyrics and kind of melody for it and kind of showed these guys. And then Russ, you mentioned Danger Close is a song that stuck out to you. Same deal. I wrote the lyrics for that. Blake wrote the music. He just kind of sent me the music for it. And I was kind of tinkering. Okay, I just can't really sing that well. And just kind of threw it at him. Here's how I think it should sound. And, we made it work. And I, obviously selfishly hearing you say that song stuck out to you, I was like, score.
It's true. I knew he would be like that.
Yeah.
Nobody warned me. Sorry, I wouldn't have said it.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm not the egomaniac that they think I am.
It's funny though, because like him and I started jamming like 15 years ago, and he would bring these like lyrics to the table, and it would just be like a sheet of just words. He's like, okay, try and put this like to a melody in a song. I'm like, dude, this does like it. The words are great, but there's really no flow or like ask him, okay, so how are you envisioning this melody? I don't know. So I'm like trying to learn the words, make up some melody at the same line for some song from music part that I have. What I'm saying is he's come a long way, and he does a good job.
Nice. There's no I in team. It's a team effort.
No, that's wild because
nice. That's on the back of the shirt.
Hearing that is pretty rad because like I've been in a lot of bands myself, and it's just like it's never as big of a group effort like that. And that's cool that all you guys write lyrics too, because some vocalists are just like, nope, I'm writing all the lyrics, and if you're gonna sing them, you're writing all the. I'm like, all right, like they write all the lyrics, but that's cool. It's a group effort, man. That's rad.
Yeah,
really
I dig that
envelope because, for the most part, like the first re-releases we had, like were minus, I think maybe like 2 songs, were songs that I, even he wasn't doing the lyrical input at the time, like not blaming him or anything, but like I pretty much just came in with these songs. It was like, hey guys, this is what we're playing. Like we're recording this.
All right.
But then I was like, okay, this is not a band then. If I'm just bringing songs, right? And that's when I was like, okay.
That's not the project.
Yeah. I don't want it to. I don't want like attention. I just play music because I like playing music.
The band is not called Blake and the Broken Yolks.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Blake's Broken Yolks.
Yeah. Blake's Broken Yolks.
I mean, Blake pushed that for a while, but we had to put our foot down eventually.
So the egg is actually supposed to resemble him. That's why it's on top of the
his brain specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys have those commercials up in Canada? This is your brain on drugs, in the egg.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we had even more public service announcement shit like that. We were
taking long rips watching that commercial.
Oh yeah,
dude. I've heard about your cigarettes, like up in Canada, that have like just. This is going to kill you, like messages like all over them and shit like that, right?
I'll tack onto this really quick, Matt. Sorry. I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore. Blake, I think you smoke a little bit now, Blake, eh?
I'm not trying to say too much, but I haven't had a cigarette in like a week and a half.
Nice.
All
Good
right.
job. Right on.
Yeah, so our government, what they did is they used to have you know, you have Camels and Marlboro. Like we don't have any of that, but those are all American brands.
Right.
But what they did is every cigarette pack now is this like disgusting like puke green brown color.
Okay.
And they did that because they did a psychological test to find out what the most repulsive Pantone was. And then they made all the cigarette packets that. So now when you buy a pack of smokes up here, it's got all the warning labels and all the crazy shit on there. But it's also like every color is the same, like diarrhea green.
Oh, jeez.
Because it's supposed to be ugly and scare kids off cigarettes. And now they just all vape. So, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
So now, do they do that with the American cigarettes? Do they put a wrapper around those too?
We don't have those up here. You can't buy Marlboros or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody who is a Canadian, though, that's listening to this would know, like when we were in elementary school and stuff, everybody had the same like poster in their school of a girl with an ashtray, and she's going like this, and it always said, "Kissing a smoker is like licking an ashtray."
Oh, Jesus.
Just like stick her tongue in this pile of ashes. And as a kid, you were like, "Oh, what? Oh my God, that's so gross. Who would do that?" And you'd all write essays about it for the DARE program and why you're not going to drink or smoke or get in fights. And then, you know, then some girl wanted you to smoke with her, and you were like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Screw you, Nancy Reagan. Check this out.
That's my in.
Yeah.
Now I'm cool.
And it was all rock and roll after that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just drugs and rock and roll, though.
Yeah.
No sex.
Hey, those
Hey,
videos
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Hey.
No, those videos they try to show you as a kid to try to scare you off shit only made you want to do it more. You know?
Right.
Oh,
It's
totally.
like putting the warning labels on metal records, like when we were like in middle school and high school.
Yeah. That makes you want to watch it more. Or, you know, my parents would be like, "All right, this part's coming up. Cover your eyes." You know you have to watch it, so then you're like this. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, there's boobies in this movie? Oh my God.
My dad and I watch the movie before you see it.
Yeah. Yeah. How did it's funny because like my parents already knew that something was coming up, and I'm like, how the fuck did they know? But they probably watched it ahead of time.
Yeah, your dad's like, hey son, it's Sharon Stone. You're gonna want to peek for this one.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Classic
check this out. Check this out. You don't want to go to the bathroom right now.
That's great. Now, I just looked up that poster for the girl licking the ashtray, and yeah, that's I want to make out with her now. So
I don't think we had anything like that when we were in elementary school.
No,
Damn.
All right, I don't know, but so for you guys in school up in Canada, like for us, like in 6th grade, they took the boys to one room, they took the girls to another room, and then we all got talked about, you know, the birds and the bees, and they showed us videos and shit. Did you guys have that in Canada?
Well, in Canada, education goes from province to province, like in terms of who's responsible for it. But I mean, it's generally the same, right? But in Alberta, you start that stuff in grade 4. All the way into grade 9. It's just what they talk about every year is a little bit different. Like in grade 4, it's like you're gonna have changes to your body, you know, pretty basic shit, right? Like you're gonna start to notice chicks or whatever. But then you get to grade 9, and it's like, this is what herpes looks like. And you know, like every one of our health teachers had that like crazy slideshow that's like, you know, genital warts, boom, like right in your face. And you were like, holy shit. You know, Stigma. That would be a cool band name. Fuck. Yeah, right. But yeah,
it didn't stop you from having sex, though. You had to go do it.
Hey, like a kid, what are the odds it happens to me?
Yeah. So how many times?
Yeah.
Over the line.
Oh shit. Yeah. Started in 6th grade. My bad. No.
Yeah, then you get to high school and you watch a video of someone crowning, and you're like, okay, now I
Bro,
really...
Did you guys watch that? Was it The Miracle of Life?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it was something like that. I remember watching
Health
that.
class.
It was like the broad was there, her legs were open. You're like, oh, all the guys were like, yeah, oh. Whoa, no.
I don't think we watched that one. We just watched that scene from Knocked Up right at the end.
You guys had a cooler movie than we did.
Yeah. Ours was like 1970s.
Yeah. I think it was an episode of Chips.
Yeah. So up there in your neck of the woods, what's the scene like up there?
Shit, sometimes.
Sounds like everywhere, right? No.
I mean, I kind of say that tongue in cheek. I mean, you got a lot of good bands. Number one. There's a lot of good local bands that, in my eyes, don't get the recognition they deserve. So, and it kind of sucks, right? To me, like, yeah, they're a good band. Like, why aren't there people here? And then it depends. Like, it can be cliquey at times. It's kind of hard to get your foot in the door with like some of these better shows, you could call them. And again, like, these guys I know like to bug me because I play in two other bands, and one of the other bands gets like all these, like, you get to open up for bands like Chaser, your Leg Wagons, Death by Stereo, shit like that. And that's cool, and I really love it. But I mean, I know these guys want to do the same thing, and I guess maybe to a degree we're not quite appreciated in some ways, maybe. But I mean, that's kind of besides the fact, I guess. But I mean,
there's lots of legendary bands around here too. Like, I mean, you guys would know SNFU. You might know Choke, bands like Belvedere.
Belvedere. God.
In terms of our province, like, there's a big like the punk fandom is still alive and well, I think. And I think since COVID, at least in the cities, a lot of the kind of smaller fringe or like edge venues went away, but they're starting to come back, and there's new spots popping up to play. And like, we've been noticing too, like, there's, we're young, but there's bands that are younger than us. Like, there's bands that are like 19, 20, 21. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, you guys like punk and you like wearing leather and fucking making patch jackets. Like, this is crazy to see. So it's good. Like, there's definitely a resurgence in punk in this part of the world, and like, people still care about it and will come to shows. But yeah, there's a little bit of like a barrier to entry sometimes, but
it's a hit and miss kind of thing. It all depends on sometimes the night, who's playing, right? Like, I've gone to shows and I've played shows where you'd be like, oh yeah, there's definitely going to be people here, and fuck, you're playing to like 30 people. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I mean, like,
sounds like a great night. 30 people? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is
but
it like,
know what I mean? Like, it's not. It's so wishy-washy, hit and miss sometimes. But I mean, like, people are, like Dave said, people are still doing it. So I mean, at the end of the day, I got respect for anybody that goes up on a stage and plays their music, whether it's punk, rock, funk, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it takes some balls. It takes balls to get up there.
Do your thing and
sure.
own it. Do your thing and own it. Who cares?
I don't want you to say too much if you don't want, but like in your areas, like, is it a who kind of area with how you get on shows? Yeah,
for sure. Absolutely, man. I think that's, there's definitely an element to that for sure. It's about who you know, and absolutely.
Yes.
Matt, you can interject. It's not a classroom.
Well, I don't want to,
Matt,
I don't want
Matt,
these
go ahead.
voices to cut into each other. I get it.
I'm speaking truths.
I think, Dan, like, kind of add on to your very first question there, Russ. I think what Dave said about, and not to like bring COVID up all the time, right? But I think leading up to COVID, there was a lot of like, the venues were still kind of going and stuff, and not even just because of COVID. I think just people going to live music in general, there was less appreciation for it a little bit. So a lot of the good venues on some of the popular kind of areas of our downtown and area, like just the core of it, some of the venues started to shut down because they couldn't afford the rent, and not enough people were going out, right? And the people who own the properties are still charging them out the ass to exist. So you saw less of those venues, which then makes it harder for every band to play. And over time, it has gotten better. But I think, we were playing throughout that whole time period. In the last 5-6 years, you saw a lot of local venues shut down, and it's been harder for them to rebuild. And then, your second question about like who you know, I mean, that's a big part of it. We've got various opinions on this, the three of us, but you know, and this is not a shot at any of them. There's a lot of bands in our city that have been playing in bands in the area for, 20, 30 years. Like some of these guys are a lot older, but they kind of like break off or start second kind of super group bands and this and that. And, they've been a band for 6 months, and then all of a sudden they're getting this really awesome show opening for some crazy touring band. And that's great for them. But you're kind of like, well, fuck, like we've been grinding here forever. And, I haven't been around as long as you guys have. I wish that I could get a little bit more of that opportunity. Right. But hey, it's the name of the game, and it just is what it is. Right. Like, I'm only minorly bitter about it.
Yeah, that's why we're putting out 14 great songs. So I think that's going to propel us to.
Yeah, for sure. After tomorrow, when the record drops, bam.
Yeah, fat record.
Hold on to your butts.
This Dave from Broken Yolks. Yeah, Bad Religion's coming through town in November. We're going to want you.
Yeah.
Greg Gurich from Epitaph Records.
Sorry, guys. We're going to need no, Bad Religion will be opening for you guys. That's what's gonna happen.
Nice.
I'd rather open up for them. I don't want to follow them.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be scared to follow you guys, so they might just cancel. You know what I'm saying? So just saying. So are you guys planning on doing any tours this year or next year?
We're hoping to, but we'll see. This guy's got a kid.
There's an elephant in the room. Yeah.
Yeah,
you have an
crazy
elephant?
timing, hey? Classic, my dick getting in the way.
You didn't listen to those videos in school.
My wife's expecting in like mid-October, so we're gonna kind of put out this album and play whatever. And not that is gonna make us stop playing shows. We might just not play out of town for a little bit. But like I said, we did a really fun kind of DIY, like 10-day or 2-week or whatever tour a couple of years ago, and that was a lot of work and everything, but we like doing that. And for us, we do a lot of stuff like around Alberta of, it's kind of like if we're going to play out of town, maybe it's not just a day. Like we try and book it like multiple nights, like maybe a Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday, or if it's a long weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever it is.
For sure.
Probably, hopefully more of that stuff. But one of the things I was going to kind of say earlier about us when we were talking about the songwriting and the collaboration is like, I've known Blake since I was in grade 10, and me and Dave met, delivering pizza together when I was in like my third year of university and he was still in high school. So like the three of us have been really tight friends for a really long time. So, how like some bands are just kind of, they're just kind of like tolerating each other, if that makes sense. Like the three of us are genuinely really good friends. So it kind of helps when we want to play out of town and this and that, because we have so much fun doing it. And we already kind of know, we've got like a system and we know what each other are all about. And it's a lot of fun, Blake's going to sit down here in a second. He can talk about it. But, 2 years ago, he pitched this idea because he's a big snowboarder. I'm an average snowboarder, and Dave kind of picked up skiing, and being the raw natural athlete that he is, he's pretty good at it now. It's a big part of Alberta, right, is skiing and snowboarding. So Blake booked us these shows in British Columbia, like in the Rocky Mountains, like at these ski towns. So we would, drive out there, ski during the day, play a show that night, wake up, drive to the other town, ski the day, play the show that night, which is like a very Alberta kind of cool thing to do, right? Because a lot of places.
That sounds fucking rad, dude.
Yeah. And I would, for me personally, probably one of my favorite shows we ever played was in Revelstoke in British Columbia, where, this bar had, they were max capacity because there's like 2 bars in the whole town. It's a ski town. So people are just going out there to get drunk. Okay, well, you got to pay to get in because there's bands tonight. And it was just packed in there. And it's just crazy. Like people who aren't typically going to punk shows being out there and moshing and like beating the shit out of each other, fucking broken glass everywhere, all sorts of crazy shit. It was just, and you're skiing during the day and you're so exhausted, but you're like, oh my God, we're going to go play a set now. And it's just a very fun thing.
That's a cool tour though. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make fun of it. Don't just fucking drive to the show and play the show and then get up. like you want to see what's around. You want to enjoy your time in these towns, you know, because I know a lot of people who tour who just drive to the venue, get back in, drive to the venue, get back in, drive to the venue. I like to sightsee. I like to check out shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I get to a town, I like to get there early, get out, walk around, enjoy the day. You know, because I mean, what you're traveling like
about having fun. Like it's just about having fun. Like we treat it like a big camping trip, right? So
fuck yeah, and you just play music while you're there.
I mean, I think eventually our goal is like we've been with this release coming up. Like we've been having, you know, we did an interview on a radio station out in Toronto, and a couple podcasts have interviewed us out east. So like, I mean, I think on the horizon, I definitely see ourselves going out to that part of the country and doing something we've never done before, and seeing if anyone would be into our music, right? So,
we'll probably repeat it again, but I'll say it now because I got it on my mind. Your sound, man, is so 90s, like that 90s punk sound, dude. It's like that's what I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? That's my era. And it's like, so when I heard you guys, I was like, all right, fuck yeah. And then I was talking to Josh, and he said, they have such a 90s sound, don't they? And I was like, fuck yeah, they do, you know? And it's like, it's not a bad thing at all, because that 90s era of punk was just fucking insanely, it was great, you know, with all the, with the Bad Religions and even though Bad Religion was the 80s and No Effects was the 80s, but you know, that style back then was just rad, you know.
You're talking about Face to Face?
Kids, like the kids of people who are into that music are old enough to come to shows, and then we're gonna really find an audience. So,
but fellas, I hate to be that guy, but I play in other bands, and I got Jam here. So I just want to say thank you for your time and bringing us on. Don't feel like you got to end things, but I just wanted to thank you guys personally, like Eric, Russ, really appreciate it, man. And
man, it was good times. Go be a rock star.
Yeah, dude. Absolute pleasure meeting you guys, man.
Hopefully to see you guys in Ontario or Buffalo soon enough, man.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I'm in. Just book.
You guys got a place to stay if you guys cross the border over into Buffalo for sure.
I appreciate it. And these guys
where we play an hour away from you, Eric, and we'll be like, hey man, we're like in the area, like, you know, we'll just come
see you, Blake.
Dude, we're right across the Peace Bridge, man. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So Eric has opened his house to every band we've interviewed. So we're gonna have one day they're all.
Dude, I'm trying to get Bottle Rocket to stay at my place, man. I was trying to get Bottle Rocket to stay in Nashville at our small condo, and now that we have a house up here in Buffalo, I'm like, dude, play fucking Buffalo. You can stay at my place. It's cool.
Yeah. So, they're drummers from Edmonton. So
be right back, guys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Blacklist Royals. We were friends with. They had twins in their band, obviously, and we had twins. Nat and Rob were our twins. So yeah. Rest in peace to Bran. But yeah. When they got the new drummer, he's Canadian. Yeah,
Darren. Yeah. He's kind of a local drummer hero, whatever you want to call him in our city. His band Old Wives has been in Edmonton playing for probably over 20 years now. I want to say they're kind of like the pop punk band in Edmonton, and have been for quite some time. I think when I was in high school, I saw them open for Pennywise and shit.
Nice.
He's a great guy. Yeah. And to see him of all people get not that he doesn't deserve it, but I mean, like, this guy from Edmonton got the Teenage Bottle Rocket drummer position. Like, it just was kind of random. Like, I was like, whoa, that's really cool. Like, I mean, he's really good. And again,
and that was not going to be an easy job to fill. You know, I mean, it was like there was like the odds were going to be stacked against you. And I mean, he's so great. Yeah.
Yeah. He's to it. It's cool for us, like being from this town and playing in punk bands too. It's like, yeah, it's cool to have someone to like idolize in that way, right? Like, oh wow, like you can do it too, even if you're from this smaller city in Western Canada, like you can play with some of the best bands in the world or play in the best bands in the world.
That's rad, yeah, for sure.
It's funny that you said Old Wives, because I was going to mention that band earlier.
Oh, nice.
So I'm sitting there peeing, and I'm like, oh shit, Old Wives, and then you said Old Wives, and I was like, fuck. Because I looked up, I was like, I want to see what bands came out of Edmonton, and then it gave me a list, and it said Teenage Bottle Rock, and I was like, wait, what? No, they're not from fucking Canada. And then I saw, oh, the drummer. Okay, that makes sense. So,
yeah, you know, it was like an Edmonton
Go ahead.
band that broke up. That is, I am a huge fan of. Maybe you guys would have heard of them. I don't know. Wednesday Night Heroes. Those guys were like Edmonton hardcore, whatever you want to say, like street punk kind of thing, throughout like 2000 to 2015 kind of time. I mean, actually probably even ended earlier than that. I am a huge fan of those guys. Highly recommend Wednesday Night Heroes for an Edmonton band.
I got it right here. I'm going to listen to it.
Cool. Yeah. Write that down. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, that scene up there, I didn't realize how much shit was up in Canada. Like, there's so much great bands up there, and I just got turned on to a lot of them because of talking with Josh from Trash Ambulance, and I said ambulance, and he just like started talking about the bands on his label, so I started checking on his label, started looking at those bands, and I started looking at some of their, like, who they play with, and I started looking, and like all these bands were like all Canadian bands, and I was like, holy shit, like there's a fuck ton of great bands. The scene up there is crazy. Like, I was like, I didn't realize how much was up there, you know?
People come through, right? Like, you know, like any of these bigger touring bands that are doing North America tours that are kind of in our vein or our genre, like they will play up here, even if it's just like a pub show on a weeknight. Like a Wilhelm Scream came up here a couple of years ago, and they played this bar that we've played called the Buckingham here in Edmonton. And like, I don't think they have air conditioning in there, and it's on the second floor. I think the floor was bending below everyone's feet. It must have been like 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Fahrenheit in there and humid. But they packed that fucking bar. Like, it might have been 200 people, but it was shoulder to shoulder, neck to neck, like crazy. So like people show up to shows here for sure.
With you guys growing up in Canada, and you know, you guys, some of your bands up there, like, you know, you got, you know, Comeback Kid, Figure 4, like, you know, then, you know, got Sum 41. Was Sum 41 an influence on you guys to play any music?
It is for him. Matt's a huge.
Yeah, I mean, like I have an older brother who's 10 years older than me. I'm 32, so he's in his 40s. Growing up, like he showed me like Sum 41, you know, Queens of the Stone Age. Obviously, I got really into Billy Talent those same years too.
Fuck yeah.
Who rule? But Sum 41, like, Does This Look Infected? That album was, I mean, still is my favorite Sum 41 record. It's probably a top 10 record of all time for me. Steve-O 32 on the drums. Like, I still want to have fun when I'm just rocking out at home practicing. I will put on Sum 41 shuffle and go, because I mean, those guys really, like, as a kid, you know, from elementary all the way through high school and till now. I mean, the newer Sum albums I'm not as big on, but that's just because I've changed a little bit over the years. But
okay,
in that time, man, like that stuff really spoke to me. And my younger brother too. Like, we were big Sum 41 fanboys. You know,
I was totally going to ask you if Steve was an influence on you.
Oh, for sure. You know, absolutely. And I still like watch his YouTube channel all the time. Like, you know, he doesn't play in the band anymore. Obviously, they're not a band anymore now, but hey, he has his own YouTube channel and he does all these great, you know, drum alongs and all this other stuff. But yeah, Sum 41 was huge for me learning to play drums, because I never took lessons, right? Like, I just kind of had my parents who were really cool and let me put my drums in my bedroom growing up, and they just tolerated this noise. But I just like self-taught by, like, my dad had like those big over ear muffs for like mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
So I put my wired earbuds in and then put those over top and just like try and play Sum 41 songs and fucking then eventually Pennywise songs or whatever, right? But yeah, I would say Sum 41 was a huge influence for me.
Did you see them on the last tour?
Yeah, Dave and I went actually, because Pup was playing that night. We love Pup. Gob opened the show. So World According to Gob is like that's a top 5 album for me for all time. Yeah, you're asking the right questions right now, because man, I could go on.
Guess what? All Canadian bands, all awesome fucking Canadian bands.
Also
yeah,
true.
I guess. I heard there's a band. There used to be a band from Canada. I can't. I think the name is Rush. You ever heard of those guys?
Yeah, I might have heard of them a couple times. Yeah.
Rush, Triumph. Rush.
Dude, I think my wife and I are going to this Great American Rush Off show on Saturday here in Buffalo, and all proceeds are going to a statue that is going to be built in St. Catharines for Neil Peart.
Yeah.
It's a Neil Peart memorial.
Cool.
Yeah, so there's going to be a statue like right over the border over in St. Catharines. So yeah.
They're so big up here. They're in all the Canadian zeitgeist. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I want that statue to be Statue of Liberty size. That would be pretty cool.
Dude, that would be sick. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
and I like Triumph, so I like that.
Tickets for the show are $21.12. I shit you not.
That's
Hell
badass.
Yeah.
That is sick.
I know you just said it, but when is that?
It is Saturday the 8th, or no, the 9th. Yeah.
Oh, so
Yep.
coming up.
Yeah. 2 days.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
It's this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's what's up. That's what's
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. At the Sportsman in Buffalo.
Oh, we got to get down there. We'll come for a Bill. I'm a Lions fan, so maybe if the Bills play the Lions, maybe we'll do a football / like play a show in Buffalo trip. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, here's a
Lions.
funny story real fast. I grew up in a Dallas Cowboys household. So during the 90s, huge Cowboys fan.
Of course.
And
They were
yeah, dude, I still have my Emmitt Smith jersey.
Hell
So like when I told my pop, I'm like, hey,
Pop top now.
my wife got a job in Buffalo and probably going to start rooting for the Bills. And he's like, okay. Yeah. Because I mean, we had the Titans in Nashville, but I mean, they've been hot garbage for I don't know how many seasons now.
24?
So yeah. But the Titans also had the Music City Miracle over the Buffalo Bills the season that the Titans went to the Super Bowl. So yeah, I was like, man, I'm gonna get like bum rushed when I get up here to Buffalo, being Cowboys and
Titans
coming
fan.
from Nashville. Yeah, Titans fan.
There's no NFL in Canada, right?
No, there's a CFL,
CFL.
Yeah.
but there's no NFL team in Canada. No.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's only one Major League Baseball team in Canada.
Yeah, and then they got
basketball.
and then they have NBA. They have the
We used to have, we have the
Raptors.
Toronto Raptors. We used to have the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Grizzlies, yeah, and then they
Now
moved to Memphis.
we got them.
Yeah, they went to
Nashville.
Memphis.
I mean Memphis, but I
Memphis.
can't root for the Grizzlies. I'm not a Grizzly fan. I'm a Warriors fan through and through. I'm
Dub
a Niners
City.
fan through and through. I'm a Giants fan through. Hey, I'm from San Francisco, so
I love hearing Americans talk about their sports fandom, because I feel like you guys move around so much more. You know what I mean? Like in Canada, there's only like 5 major cities, so most of the time you kind of just stay where you're born, right? Like you move,
Right.
but few and far between. I feel like
Well,
Americans
I'm from
move around a lot.
Yeah,
I'm from San Francisco, so I'm from Cali, so I stick with my team. My parents now, when we moved out to Tennessee back in 94 or 93, we're all from San Francisco, so we're Niners fan, right? So then the Titans come to Nashville. Now my parents are like, oh, we're Titans fans. And I was like, what the fuck? No, you're not. You can't be jumping on these fucking bandwagon. Well, now they live in Alabama, and now they're all about fucking Alabama football. They're all
University of Alabama.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Like, make up your mind. Stick with something. And then
hey, you got to root for the home team. Oh,
I get it.
okay, Michigan.
I get it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny even up here, right? You got a
Harbaugh.
lot of people who are like, as much as we have the CFL and Canadian football's great, blah blah blah, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I say that, but I don't know that I really mean it. So many of us who are like sports fans, like me and Dave, it's like NFL, college football, then maybe the CFL. Like you're like,
Nah, I go to
I'm more
XFL.
invested in the NCAA than I am my local CFL team.
Yeah, nice.
Now, is CFL like players that used to play in the NFL, or are they like players go up there to get better?
I think it's a lot of guys who didn't get a shot at the NFL. or maybe we're like practice squad guys, but it's definitely like third tier kind of thing. Like, I mean, some of them used to play in the NFL and or maybe just got older or just kind of lost their roster spot. But, you know, you see even the best CFL players or like the best, you know, record setting quarterbacks in the CFL will like barely scratch at the NFL, you know?
Yeah, I would
it's a different game too, right? But
if you took Alabama's starting roster and played like the Edmonton Elks, which is our CFL team, I honestly, even though they're younger, like college age athletes, I still feel like they would kick the shit out of our local.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I remember one year the Titans did a practice game against like the University of Tennessee. And that was a pretty close game. I thought the university was going to beat the Titans, but it did not. That would have been some shit, right? You get beat by a college team, and they probably were paid. They're probably paid to not win, so that they look good.
I mean, hey, Tennessee's got a good college program. They're
fuck yeah. Team, so. That fucking stadium is fucking ginormous, and I thought it was one of the biggest college stadiums. It's number 5. There's like a stadium that holds like 100,000 fucking people, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's a lot of fucking people in one spot. You know, it's like that's like the size of Bonnaroo.
Yeah,
damn near,
for real.
You know?
Yeah,
but Eric, you got any wild questions you got on your mind you'd like to ask these gentlemen? You got some randos?
Yeah.
Hit us, man. We're so ready.
What
this is our rapid round. These are our random questions. Anything goes.
Is there a local band that you guys like to usually pair up with, either for local shows or hey, let's hit a long weekend show?
I mean, local-ish. I mean, you guys know them, Trashed Ambulance.
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to mention this earlier. Funny enough, the first shows that Broken Yolks ever played was a long weekend, and it was with Trashed Ambulance. We went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday together with them, and so they've kind of been our homies ever since. I mean, they're in a town like 90 minutes south of us, but I would say them. We play with a band called Travolta, who they're playing on our record release show, and we've done a little mini tour with them around Alberta before, a couple of shows. They've
been around for a little bit, right?
Yeah. They're kind of like a Ramones core type band, aren't they?
That's who it is. Yeah.
I don't know if I would call them that. I mean, unless there's another band like that.
I want to say like I've heard them before, and I dug into them.
Is it Travolta or Travoltas?
It's Travolta.
Okay. Yeah.
They're closer to like rock more than really a punk band, but
okay.
Yeah, they're great. Like they're just one of those bands. You guys playing in bands, I'm sure you know. Like there's those bands you play shows with, and you're like, man, these guys are rad, like cool.
Yeah.
And then there's bands that you like just click with, and you're like, man, we agree. We have the same sports teams. We love that. We have the same hobbies outside of music, and you just want to like hang out with them all the time. Like those guys are definitely a band like that for us. So.
But that's and those make shows so much fun too when you actually have a band that you click with. It makes the shows fun. It's kind of like you're saying when you guys are like, you know, when you guys go on tour and you go ski and you do this and you do that. It's kind of the same thing when you're playing with bands you enjoy playing with, you know.
Oh, it's the best part.
All about the hang. It's all about the hang.
Music about the hang. Yeah.
Hang first, music second.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
If you ain't having fun, then you know, fuck. What's the point?
Yeah.
Well, if you ain't having fun, hopefully you're getting paid. But
there you go. Oh yeah, because that's what Adam Jones said of Tool. He said, you know, now it's just a job. Because they don't even record in the same fucking room anymore. They all got their own tour buses. You know, I'm like, when it becomes that, then it's a job, and then you just get paid for it. You know, so
yeah, whatever. He's making good money on those shows.
Yeah, 100%.
Now he's making wrestling theme songs too now.
Oh, nice. All right. We just had on July 31st, it was Tony Sly Day, and I am a huge No Use for a Name fan. If there was a No Use for a Name song that you guys covered, what would it be?
Good one.
Oh well, we used to fuck with Matt. What was the song that we used to?
We've never played it as a show, but we can play it. Invincible.
Oh, nice.
Right. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we used to fuck with that. We used to just fuck around with that cover. We never played it, but we've covered a lot of like No Effects when we play live. We've covered a couple Good Riddance songs, but yeah, that Invincible is a song that we used to like just mess around with, and like we never played it live. But
we could pull it off. It would be one of those like, oh, we fucked it up, and everybody would be like, oh, it sounded great, you know, like one of those. But
yeah,
I would say probably Invincible. You know, Blake kind of got me into punk rock. One of the first albums I had was Leche Con Carne. Like,
nice,
you know, Justified Black Eye, that whole thing. And I think 51 Days is my favorite song on that album. But
yeah.
That's a good question. That's wow.
Yeah,
I like that.
And being a Bad Religion fan, like yourself, you can hear a lot of Bad Religion tendencies in Leche Con Carne, or at least I could. Yeah. Because
I was kind of like getting into all of that at the same time. But yeah, absolutely. Looking back, like if I was to listen to it now, for sure.
Yeah. Because I want to say, like, I had, this is, you know, shit. When Leche Con Carne came out, I saw the video for Soulmate on 120 Minutes, and like, you know, the next weekend we were driving down to Nashville from Clarksville, to Tower Records, and I found that CD, and yeah, it was my gateway drug into No Use for a Name. So yeah, I'd gotten. Go ahead.
I think most people's gateway drug to them was that album. You know.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
A funny story. The same album, like I bought 2 CDs that day. I bought Leche Con Carne, and I bought Brownies and Lemonade by
Sugar Ray.
Because I saw on that same episode of 120 Minutes, I saw the video for Mean Machine. And I was like, these guys are awesome. And then I got that CD, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because it was all over the place, man.
Nicole Eggert on the front cover with nothing on but
yeah.
It's awesome. Like with the age difference, right? Like for me, being in my late 20s, like the way I learned about bands is so different. Like it wasn't like, oh, like I watched this like skate video or it was on this.
Oh no, that's how skate videos what got us turned on to a lot of shit back in the 90s too. You know, like always hearing so much punk rock and like that's how I heard about Bad Religion and Descendants for the first time was fucking skate videos. You know,
and Thrasher magazine, man.
Thrasher magazine.
Cooler for me growing up because I always feel like the music I liked, like no one ever liked. You know.
Yeah.
And
well, what did you like?
To find people who enjoyed it with me, but
yeah.
When did you get into punk rock, or what were you listening to before punk rock?
I always tell this story, like, so for my generation, like, you know, bands like Blink-182 or like Sum 41 or Simple Plan were really big at the time. And I remember watching this video of Tom DeLonge in Blink-182. Like it was an older video, and he had this white Fender Stratocaster with like a bunch of stickers on it.
Yep.
I'm sure you all know the guitar.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll look up this band. Like, what's Rancid all about? What's Bad Religion all about? What's Descendants all about? What's NoFX all about? And then I kind of just fell down the rabbit hole that way, just like on my computer at home, downloading these songs. And I was like, fuck yeah, this shit is way more aggressive and politically themed. And I just identified with it better than I did like shitty songs about girls, even though most of the songs I write are shitty songs about girls. But, you know.
You mean you weren't influenced by Nickelback?
I'll come back to the dames, man. They all come back to the dames.
They always do, yeah.
But no, it's, you know, similar to us, you know, with us, you know, if we saw somebody wearing a t-shirt, we'd go check out the band that way, you know,
totally.
or, you know, if it was on Fat Records, or if it was on SST Records, or if it was on Epitaph or Lookout, you automatically got it because you know it's going to be something good, you know.
Right, in those early years of Warped Tour, man, you know,
the samplers.
You came back with the samplers, man. You got the Epitaph, you got your Victory, you got Hopeless, and whoever else. Yeah. Some of my.
I remember buying Transworld skateboard magazines, and if you know band, they're like an emo band. They're called La Dispute.
Yeah, they're fucking great.
Yeah, they're great. And I remember being like a kid, and I was into skating, and I got this magazine because I used to get my mom to order me them. And it came with like a little 3-track EP by La Dispute. And that was just, I don't know, it was just a random story. But yeah, it would have been cool for me to grow up in the days when it was all like that, right? I always kind of romanticize that. I'm jealous of people older than me because they got to, I don't know, it seems like a way more natural way of discovering music rather than like, oh, check out this song I found on my Spotify radio, like.
Right. Yeah. Dude, no. Russ and I talk about that as far as like having Spotify now. It's like we have anything and everything that we want to listen to, right? Back when we were in like middle school and high school, you got what your local record store had, and you only wished that you could have what you saw on MTV. And that was if MTV was playing something that you related to.
That's a double-edged sword, right? Like, it's cool you have the access, but at the same time, no one listens to the same shit. It's so hard to like find a unified community sometimes.
I think you said it best though, Dave. The way you said it best by saying, how we found it. It's like it was like a natural thing. Like you're trying to find new music or and on the random too. Like now, you can just go to you like this band? Now check out this band. And then it gives you like a list of 6 bands. And they're like, oh, I can try this. It's like, okay. But I still like going to a record store. Like when I dig through records and looking for records or stuff, I'll still look at a fucking thing and be like, this kind of looks cool. I'll go ahead and buy it. Like there's a band I bought earlier it came out in the 80s. It was a band called Thrasher. And I got it because the band was called Thrasher because of the fucking magazine,
thrash metal that I'll like.
Yeah. Well, come to find out, the band is I can't remember at the top of my head because now I got to think. But somebody in that band was somebody big, and now I have this album, and I'm like, all right, cool. Now I don't know who the band is, but or who the guy is in the band. But they are really cool. But I'll still go to a record store and be looking for something, and I find a cool cover, and I'm like, this is on Mega Force Records, or this is on like cool Combat Records.
It pays to have a cool looking cover.
Yes, like a exploding Challenger.
Explosion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Matt said, a history buff. Some history teacher is going to buy that.
they're out there,
Yeah.
I mean, to go with that, Russ, I'm pretty sure I bought a Dayglow Abortions album because I was like, oh, that band has the word abortion in the name. Yeah. That's cool. My mom will certainly pay for that. So, similar, very organic, very natural.
Were your parents cool with what you brought home or what they would buy for you? Like, would they tell you no?
Well, again, like I said, like I had the older brother, right? So he would babysit us all the time. So I got exposed to a lot of shit, but yeah, my dad was a huge music guy, and he was pretty cool with whatever. I remember like having a PS2 in grade 4, grade 5, and I got like Grand Theft Auto 3 for Christmas and rated M, like whatever, go kill that prostitute in the game and steal her money. And my parents were pretty like, yeah, like whatever, right? Like,
are you doing drugs? No. Yeah. Okay, play your games.
I don't think. I mean, maybe my take on this is horrible. I don't think it is, but maybe. When it comes to stuff like that, I think you can. Like I watched a lot of and listened to a lot of like mature stuff over my age, and watching like movies that were rated R or South Park or whatever. Grew up watching The Simpsons with my parents and stuff. I learned so much about history and pop culture and all that just through references that were built into those shows and like into music sometimes too, right? Like I don't think that limiting your kids' exposure to that stuff is always a good thing. I think as long as you're still doing your job as a parent, not to get too preachy here, but
I agree.
My parents were super open to a lot of that stuff, and looking back on it, I'm really appreciative of that because it exposed me really young to a whole new world of stuff that I felt like a lot of my friends weren't allowed to listen or watch. And I was like, well, fuck, you guys don't know about the Challenger? Like, what are you, stupid? Like, or whatever it is. Like, just being more aware.
Yeah, so, I can totally agree with that. Totally relate. Same. Older brother and like cool ass parents that was watching that movie Porky's in like 3rd or 4th grade. Yeah, I mean,
what?
My older brother.
Sucks?
Yeah.
it sucks being the older brother because then you got to be the cool. You got to try to. You have to be the cool guy. Then your brother and sister look up to you. And they're gonna be like,
you got the pressure.
Like, you know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And my brother thought it was cool.
I think my parents put up a big fight on swearing in front of them for a really long time because, again, like I got the older brother and a younger brother, so it's 3 boys in the house, right? So it was like pretty foul. And my dad swore a lot, but he didn't do it around us. But like they put up a big fight on that forever. But like I think I was saying it to Dave the other day, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I remember saying fuck like in grade 4, like 10 years old. I was like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. You know, I come home, I drop 1 or 2. I can remember the odd time where my mom would get pretty like, oh, are those boobies on the screen? Like, oh, go to your room. You're not watching this. Like, it was like she just wanted to like flex that she was still in control every now and then. Right. But for the most part, it was pretty loose. I mean, the swearing took some time, but pretty loose in terms of exposure. And ultimately, I think that was good. But
yeah, I mean,
hey, I could be wrong on that.
But if she sent you to your room because there's boobies on TV, you just turn your own TV on and watch the boobies in your room.
The boobies lived up here afterwards anyway. You know what I was doing in my room.
They're burnt. They're burnt.
Yeah. Like, and keep your door open. And I'm taking your Kleenex.
Keep your door open.
Man, I had a girl come over. Like I think I was like in 6th grade. You know, my parents were like, "Leave the door open," and I'm like, "Well, she has a friend with her." They're like, "Oh, that's fine. You can close the door," because there was another girl with my girlfriend at the time. My parents were cool that I had 2 girls in my room with the door shut and not one.
Your dad was like, "Hell yeah." 2 girls.
Your dad was
at the
like,
same
"You could
time.
never pull 2 chicks. You could never pull 2 chicks."
No, I didn't. I didn't even pull the one. I was just like, damn. You know, because I was like in 6th grade. So you date in 6th grade for like 2 weeks. You guys are like married and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I love you forever.
Yeah. Here's my jacket. You know, shit like that.
Made you a mixtape.
I was lazy. I never did the mixtape for anybody else, but once it came to CDs, burning them because that was so damn easy.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Nah, dude, I made both. Yeah. And making the burnt CD, that was a pain in the ass, man. The mixtape, that was easy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, on the radio. Boop 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 boop. Yeah. I would listen to Weird Al and Michael Jackson.
Amish Paradise.
Yeah. Hey, no lie. He's a bucket list. He's a bucket list C. He's coming to Nashville either September or October. And I'm going to try to go. Apparently the man changes outfits for every single song.
That's fucking crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
He's coming to Buffalo and I'll probably forget about it. Like I did back
he's
like,
yeah. He's like 63.
Mm-hmm.
He's still, I mean, we might have to save him. You know?
Well,
yeah, no joke, dude.
Naked Gun. So yeah, and that when did that movie come out? Sometime in I want to say
the
like
80s,
something like that. Like
yeah,
he's got to be.
Well,
up there for sure.
Well, you figure when he was doing "Eat It" for Michael Jackson's "Beat It," that was in '82.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's but he's I watched his biopic. I don't know if you guys had seen it
with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, it was not that great. The reason why
that sucks.
It was good, but it could have been a lot better if it had more of a budget. Because
I
think it was like
hard. It's not Walk Hard.
No. Oh, and when that movie came out, I don't know if you knew about this, Eric, but in Nashville they had signed up for a free concert that night.
I was there,
Exit In, which is a great place, and you can just walk in. You were able to go in and be an extra. You were there?
Oh no! I saw.
Oh, I was like, wait, you were there?
I was at the premiere of Walk Hard in Nashville,
no, this
and
was for the scene in the movie.
Yeah, I got to actually see. I got to see him play Dewey Cox. I saw John C. Reilly perform as Dewey Cox at the Mercy Lounge. Yeah,
that would have been fucking cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's probably top 3 comedy all time for me, possibly number 1.
Yeah. He came out at the theater and introduced the movie. And then he was like, if you happen to get over to the Mercy Lounge and you can get in, you get to see me perform as Dewey Cox with the band. And it was magical for sure.
Rad.
Yeah.
Only person that's like that now is that Wheeler Walker Jr. boy.
Oh yeah. Dude, yeah. Wheeler
Walker.
We know him up here because Alberta is so like Alberta is very much probably our music, a lot like it's country. It's all country music.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
people make the Texas comparison, right? Because up here it's like all oil field, oil work, country music, farming, right?
Makes sense.
Like, it's a big
The Oilers
deal up here. Yeah, Oilers, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. I wasn't even thinking that. Derp, derp.
Yeah.
Dude.
So
the Houston Oilers were a thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Now they're the Tennessee Titans.
Which I don't get.
They went from Houston to Memphis, and then they played in Memphis for a season. And at that time, they were just the Oilers. There was no Tennessee.
Yeah, Bud tried
Oilers.
to get Houston to buy a new stadium, and Houston said no. And Bud said, "Well, I'm moving the team," and moved him to Tennessee.
Yeah, then they were the Tennessee Oilers for 1 year, and then they became the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, rebranded.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Go
we
Bills.
may get an MLB team here. I don't know. Nashville's getting wild. And if they do, it's going to be called the Nashville Stars.
Nashville needs to slow down, man.
The Nashville Stars is basically an old Negro League team name, and they were going to bring that back. The logo is fucking dope because it's that old school font. It's that same logo. It's just they got cleaner jerseys, obviously now.
Oh, cool.
They're like pinstriped, but the hat, it has the NS on it, and you can't. They're sold out everywhere. Even on the website. Yeah. It's just a cool logo.
Baseball guys, but we'll watch for that.
Yeah. I just like cool merch.
Yeah. I'll watch it during playoffs. I'll watch baseball.
Yeah. The Blue Jays are beating my Yankees ass.
Fuck. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Goddamn. So I want to ask you guys something. I want to ask a question. When you guys go out and you play shows on the weekends and whatnot, what's your gas station grab snack?
Ooh, this is a good one. I'm a basic guy. I'm like on the road if we're stopping for gas, and the guys hate me for it because my farts stink really bad after. But a bag of fucking beef jerky is all. It's all I need.
Okay.
A bag of beef jerky.
I thought you were gonna say eggs because you said farting and shit. I was like, yeah, damn.
No, I get stinky. I get pretty smelly after beef jerky.
All right. What's your drink? What's your go-to drink?
Probably just like a Red Bull. Just something to get me energized before we get to the town we're playing.
What about you, Matt?
Drink wise, I just love shitty gas station coffee. Truthfully, gallons of it down my throat would be ideal. Snack wise, that's I know I look like the picture of perfect health, but I love a good salty snack. Chip wise,
dude, this is what we do every time we play out of town. If we're staying at a hotel room, this is like our big ritual. We love Mr. Noodles in a cup.
Okay, all right.
So like every time, if we're playing out of town and we're staying at a motel, we know that we're going to be hammered and come back to the room, and we're just going to microwave like Mr. Noodles in a cup. So
that's a bad thing, though. That's a bad thing if you're if you're fucking hammered. Because you might just forget to put the water in there and then hit the timer. Because have you ever burnt a cup of noodle?
Not yet. No, not yet. We've been pretty good about it.
We're never that hammered.
All right. Because I used to work in a call center. Okay. And I don't know if you've ever worked in a call center, but it's one big fucking building.
Oh, yeah.
One big air conditioning unit, right?
Yeah.
Well, somebody decides to put a fucking cup of noodle in the microwave and didn't put no water in it. It's worse than burnt popcorn.
Wow,
it's horrible.
Really? I can see
and
that.
The whole call center smelled like fucking burnt noodles. It was.
Well, it's like styrofoam too, so I totally get that. That makes sense.
It's like they're instant noodles. It's not instant fucking water. You got to put the water in there,
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I'm easy to go when it goes to getting something at the gas station. I'm an energy drink guy. I always look for something new first off because I got to try something different. If they don't have anything that I haven't tried or want to try, I get the White Monster, and then it's any kind of chip. I try for a rando limited edition, or I'll try for that local brand from that area that I don't have in my area.
Have you ever tried any like Canadian chip flavors, like all dressed or ketchup? Like, how do you feel about those?
Okay, I've tried the American version of all dressed, the American version of the ketchup, which I heard are not as good as the versions in Canada.
Yeah, I hate ketchup chips, but everybody here loves them. I always just ask. I always am curious with Americans if they like ketchup or not.
To me, I'm not a ketchup guy, and if I do use ketchup, I have to put a lot of fucking pepper in it, so it doesn't taste like ketchup, you know. But I don't like ketchup chips. I've tried different ones because they're might as well try some if somebody has them.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not really it's not like, ooh, that's my only chip I'm going to eat. You know, but yeah, they're not a go-to. If I was hungry and that's all that was in the house, I'd probably not eat them. I'd probably just wait till tomorrow and get some food.
Same way. Just wanted. How about you, Eric? Any Canadian snacks or drinks you've tried that are like that you like or don't like?
All dressed Ruffles, man. You had to have tried them. You're that close.
Those were good.
The Coffee Crisp candy bar is
Coffee Crisp.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that
is Halloween special.
Yeah. The Coffee Crisp and there's like this like maple leaf cookie. It's kind of like looks like an Oreo, but it's like maple leaves sandwiched together.
Yeah.
Those are really good as well.
Yeah.
Is that Coffee Crisp? Is that like a wafer candy?
Yeah.
It's like a covered wafer, but it's coffee flavored.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, dude. Yeah. They're amazing. I used to talk mad shit about my friend, Kevin, who's from Toronto that I used to work with in Nashville. And he would always, whenever he went back home, he would always bring them back. And I'd be like, dude, you're eating like old man candy. He was like, what is that? He's like, no, dude, it's amazing.
All right. You just said old man candy. Okay.
Yeah.
When does a candy become an old person candy?
I don't know. Everything I eat now is an old man candy then.
Everything I eat, I've been eating since I was a kid, and I wasn't an old man then. And I eat it now, and I'm an old man. But it wasn't an old man candy then. You know what I'm saying? Like, when does it?
Well, I used to talk mad shit about my dad eating like shredded wheat, you know, when I was young, because I was eating like Fruity Pebbles and shit like that. And now I like shredded wheat, you know.
Oh man, I liked those when I was a kid. I didn't like grits when I was a kid. The one that looks like rocks. It's like a bunch of fucking rocks.
How can you not like grits, dude?
You got to put like
in the South.
2 cups. You got no, I didn't. I grew up in the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Not grits, not grits. Grape nuts. Grape nuts.
Oh,
Sorry.
grape nuts. Grape nuts are horrible.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Grits
no
are good.
Grape, no nuts.
Put some butter in there.
I get no respect.
Fucking sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was getting hungry all of a sudden.
My man's got a case of the mad munchies.
If you guys, that's why we were talking about food. If you guys were able to open up for your favorite band for an entire summer, or play a leg on the Warped Tour, which would you do?
Oh, I know the answer to this easily. I think Matt would agree with me too. Being Canadian, Western Canadian punk guys, if we got the chance to tour with and like open up every night for Propagandhi for Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no brainer.
Yeah. They might be the greatest. They might be the hot take here. The greatest Canadian rock band of all time. I know that's a hot take because we talked about Rush, whatever. But those guys, man, like, aside from raw talent, like intellectually, probably sick at hockey too, just because they're prairie boys. Like, you know, I just got so much respect for them. I feel like Dave nailed it with that answer.
Yeah.
Nice.
The first time I ever heard them, I didn't realize that's what they were called. I thought they were a Fat Mike side project. And because when I first got it, my buddy had copied. He's like, dude, I just got this tape today from my brother. You have to listen to it. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he made me a copy and I listened to it. I'm like, oh shit, Fat Mike got a new band out. And then I found out it was not Fat Mike. And it was at, you know, how to clean everything. But that obviously was the first time I heard them because that album just came out.
Oh,
but
they've changed so much too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know, and I think they've gotten better and better and better and better. And this new
That
album,
newest record is so fucking good.
so many
It's
different
so-
elements on that record. There's some fucking cool thrashy riffs and shit.
So
It's just like-
bummed that they canceled the fest. You know, they were supposed to play fest
you
this
guys missed
year.
out on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they played 2 dates in Canada this summer. They played one at Red Bridge Fest, I believe, in Quebec. And then they played this random ska festival, like a reggae ska festival in Victoria.
Oh,
which is all
wow.
the way on the West Coast on Vancouver Island. And it was the weekend
Okay.
of Matt's birthday. And I remember the show got announced in February, and I was like, I bought you a ticket, so just get your flight and we're going to go. And we went,
yeah.
this was like in June, I think, around June 20th.
Okay.
And yeah, it was
not
nice.
that long ago.
Nice, nice.
So, do they not play Canada often? Do they just play once in a while?
I mean, we have seen them. Like we saw them at that Super Friendly Fest. We saw them at, or just a headlining show, you know, maybe 7 years ago or whatever. I think they do, when they do tour, I think they go hard on the Europe stuff. You know, I think that's where they really go and make their money and go. I mean, obviously they play in America. They have done a lot of Canada, obviously, but this particular tour, they haven't. I don't know why. Maybe it just made more sense for them to go to Europe and at the time plan for as much of the US as they could. But yeah, they pretty much skipped over the whole middle 2/3 of Canada on this tour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I would imagine they just had better opportunities in Europe, and I wouldn't really blame them for taking that.
You know, I hear this often where people say, you know, going to Europe is where it's at, you know, because the money and it's I think like for us, I speaking for myself, but I think here in the States we take it for granted. We feel like, oh, they'll be back next week, you know, they'll be back, you know, in a couple months. We'll go see them then. But in Europe, a band can play Europe on 3 different tours, and all 3 in like a 7-month span, and every one of those shows will be packed the fuck out. You know,
Yeah.
it's
It's crazy.
so why wouldn't you go there and make
Yeah.
if you're going to make money? You know, I mean, 'cause,
Yeah,
hey,
we were
nowadays-
fortunate enough. Yeah, we were fortunate enough to do 2 European tours, and that first one was off the fucking chain.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, we were playing like we would pull up into like these small podunk towns, you know, over in Germany, and we'd be like, okay, this is where we're sleeping, and there's a stage out in the yard. Okay, and then you know, once the sun went down, that place is packed. You know, lots of kids, lots of, you know, grown-ups just stoked to see live music. So yeah.
It's
European
crazy.
tours make all, yeah.
I got this when I lived in Germany myself. I got to see 3 bands perform when I was there. One, well, I guess I can say another one. I got to see Charlie Daniels play.
Nice.
And Lee Greenwood, the man who sang, you know, I'm proud to be an American. But I got to see Living
idiot.
Color.
Gun.
I got to see Living Color in 1989, and
Sick.
then I got to see David Lee Roth when I lived in Germany. And he was still a prick, but he could still jump. You know what I'm saying? He could still jump and do the splits. And it was pretty fucking cool. But
so that
all
was
right,
like
so-
right after he got bounced from Van Halen, right?
oh no, this was a little bit later. This was after this was for his a little ain't enough album. I think it's
Oh,
called.
okay. So it was after Eat 'em and Smile and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, so Dave and Matt, I'm going to ask you guys 2 different questions. Dave, pick a number between 1 and 5.
4.
4. If Broken Yolks made a movie, who plays each band member?
Oh shit. Okay, well I have a celebrity doppelganger that I want to play me.
Okay.
And I can't think of his name right now. He's the guy in he's in Masters of the Skies. What's his name, Matt?
Hold on, I got you. He's in Saltburn
He's like
too.
that Scottish guy.
He's the protagonist. Barry Keoghan or whatever.
Yeah, Barry Keoghan.
Okay. I want
You
to
know
see what
him.
he looks.
Everybody tells me I look like him. His name's Barry Keoghan.
Keoghan.
Yeah, him. Just because I've been told I look like him. So.
All right. And who would play the other guys in the band? Now this is you. You had.
No, this is you have to answer this. This
is your answer.
Oh, I have to answer this. Okay. So I would love Matt to be played by. No, I'll go Blake because I think it'd be funny to have Blake played by someone super hot. So we'll go like mid 2000s Brad Pitt.
Nice.
We'll do that. I think it'd be hilarious. And then Matt, just for the laughs, he's a healthy guy, but I always jab at him, call him chubby. So like maybe we'll go with like Danny DeVito or something like that because we're big like Philadelphia fans.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
There you go. Yeah. What would be the name of the movie?
Scrambled.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nat, pick a number 1 through 5, not number 4.
2.
2. If your band was a breakfast plate, what's on it? I had to go there. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Okay. Oh, no eggs. We don't eat eggs. No eggs.
No. Dave is going to be a piece of toast with avocado on it, lightly salted with sliced tomato. Because that's just the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
Blake is going to be like the greasiest, shittiest pile of like maple sausages and bacon covered in syrup that you ever saw. Okay. And he's going to I think that ought to do the trick.
I want to hear what kind of egg Matt's going to be.
No, well, what kind of egg I'm going to be? I was going to go non-egg here.
Okay. All right. Go non-egg then.
No, I'm going to go partial egg. I'm going to go partial egg here. Okay. So my wife is her family is from Mexico. They make migas. Okay. So corn tortilla kind of chopped up with egg, onion, pepper, whatever you want, kind of all scrambled, fried together in the pan. But the corn tortilla is what makes this shit. All right.
Yes. Yeah, dude. My grandma used to make that in Phoenix.
I'm going to be Miga Matthew. We got nice avocado toast, David. Maybe that's carb with carb, whatever. I don't give a shit. And Blake's going to be just that like super meaty, bacon.
Yeah, just like the Waffle House, like the shittiest Waffle House, greasy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Gotta love the awful waffle.
With gallons, not liters, gallons of gas station coffee.
Yeah.
In a big gulp.
Coffee. Yeah.
Do you guys have Waffle Houses in Canada?
No, we know about them. We see all the videos of people fighting at them, but we've never been to one.
Okay.
Yeah. Bring your A game if you go to Waffle House.
In Murfreesboro, Tennessee, there is a Waffle House across from my Waffle House. You get off at one exit. It's there. You go over the overpass. There's another one on the other side.
We're going to play one of those one day. We're going to say, get the fuck up, Waffle House.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is your guys' kind of like chain?
It's called Denny's. It's called Denny's.
Oh, we got those here.
Denny's is our shitty diner breakfast.
Gotcha.
Hey, okay. I have one that's literally 5 minutes from my house. Well, I'll say 5 miles. We won't go minutes. We'll go miles. It's right on the Kentucky border, and I didn't go there until 10 years after they opened, and I have never been back. But when I go back to California, I have to try to get some Denny's in because to me, it just hits different there.
It's good.
Like certain food just hits different in different places.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I grew up on fucking Jack in the Box. Okay. Jack in the Box here, not as good as when I was back home. It's just, it's the water, I guess. Eric, do you have any other cool questions?
I don't think so, man. No, I'm good, man. I think, this has been fun. So
thanks.
This is I feel like I could go for hours more, but I don't want to take
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
we'll have to have
we're at 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll have to have a follow-up after the album's out,
Sure.
and some shows under,
Well, maybe when me and Eric have another podcast we're starting up sometime down the future, we'll have you guys on that one too.
Yeah.
That one.
Talk about food the whole time. I don't know. Maybe start a cooking show and we can just do that.
Yeah.
Well, I've everyone always said that, I'm gonna start a podcast and talk about snacks and stuff. That's what I want to do. I want to talk about snacks because this guy over here told me about some fucking peanut butter Oreos.
Dude, they're
and
the
I
best.
go to the damn store the other day and I gotta get some fucking peanut butter Oreos.
Yeah.
And now I'm hooked because they're fucking delicious.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Accidentally vegan. They're amazing.
We have in the city here, we have I just went there the other day to buy for my older brother, right? He loves Mountain Dew. Like he's like, for a grown man, he's oddly obsessed with Mountain Dew. And so we have this store called YEG, like YEG, which is like our airport code or whatever, right? YEG Exotic. So it's all imported food from America and other parts of the world, right?
Okay.
So I went in there, my wife and I went in there to buy him like these, Independence Day, July 4th Mountain Dews and all the crazy America, just fucking random, like the lime Snickers and all the shit we don't have in our normal stores here, right? But the 12-pack of these Mountain Dews is like 27 Canadian dollars. And like each can is like $3.99 or whatever.
God
it just blew me away. But I'm like looking through, I'm like, man, you guys got all this shit everywhere? Like, fuck, that's cool.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
No wonder you're all fat. This is so awesome.
Hey, hold on. It's funny you said that because I was watching something recently. Oh, I noticed I met this dude online who lives in the Netherlands because I have a on my Instagram I have my own record page, and I met him through that. And he just came to America. Him and his girlfriend came to Florida. They were here for 2 weeks and they just left. And he had mentioned, he was like, bro, there is a lot of obese people here. And I'm like, yeah.
Especially Florida.
I'm not in the greatest shape, but I get it. I understand, but when you're talking about Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew was invented in Tennessee as a chaser for moonshine.
Oh,
hell yeah!
They wanted something to chase moonshine with, and they came up with Mountain Dew.
Crazy.
Well, what mountains are that? Is that the Appalachians? Is that?
Because
right?
East Tennessee.
That's the mountains. It's the dewy mornings. It's chilled.
Yep,
it's cool.
Yeah.
Because when they're out in the morning, that's what they had, But there's like hundreds of, not really that many, but there's so many fucking flavors of Mountain fucking Dew. You know what I'm saying?
Code Red.
I think Code Red was the first one.
I'm with you, Eric. Baja Blast.
It was. Baja. They ran that promotion where you could vote on the new one, the Voltage or the Baja Blast or whatever. That's one of the few times I actually made a thing. I voted for Code Red. Code Red lost. I'm still bitter about it today.
Hey, Baja Blast though, that's the shit right there. You can't, and guess what? It tastes just as good in a can or a fucking 2-liter bottle as it does at Taco Bell.
Okay. And mixed with tequila is fantastic. Is redneck margarita.
No, in Nashville they have a Taco Bell cantina.
Oh yeah, on 2nd Avenue.
Yep, you can have any of those drinks mixed with any kind of liquor you want.
Yeah.
So you can get a fucking Baja Blast freeze or a Baja Blast, margarita, anything in an alcoholic drink format.
God bless American fast food culture. We got to get down there sometime.
It is the best. My fellow Canadian patriots and Prime Minister won't be happy to hear this, but I did get a Code Red for myself. It's in my fridge right now for $4. And I don't know when I'm going to crack it. I'm going to let it sit for a bit.
Nice.
What's the American dollar to Canadian dollar?
Like 70 cents. $1. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's bad right now.
So you get $1. So for $1, if I had $1, I get $1.70 in Canadian money.
If you buy one of our dollars, it costs you 70 cents American to buy one of ours.
Oh wow.
73.
Wow. When I lived in Germany, we had the mark rate. Obviously, Eric, you know about that. It was I remember I was there at one point. $1 could buy me 3 marks and 27 finnings. And that was a good deal. That was a good fucking deal, you know. But now it's all the euro dollar.
Euros. Yeah, for sure.
When I left,
but how many Mountain Dews is that? That's what I need to know. I don't know.
Okay. So here we go. All right now. So one Mountain Dew here in a 20-ounce bottle is about $2.37.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so it matches up.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, if it's only, it's like it's a 30-cent difference, really.
Yeah.
So there was a time period a couple years back where I would order every fucking different types of Mountain Dew from the grocery store and just sit there and be like, oh, this one's good. Ooh, this one's good. And then I'd mix it with a little bit of whiskey or something like, ooh, this tastes good, or a little vodka. And I was like, man, these are the best drinks ever. Especially the pineapple one. They had a pineapple Baja, a Maui Blast, I think it was called.
I think they still have that. I think I saw that one.
Dude, it when you drink it, just plain, you drink it, it makes you feel like you have suntan lotion on and you're on the beach. Because it's just that taste, and it's like this. You know, when you watch the commercials and they drink it and like the background just fades back and they're at the beach, that's what I look like to myself. When
you gotta work for their marketing department, dude.
No joke, man.
Well, guys, like you said, man, we can fucking just keep going and going and going, and not bad for a bunch of dudes.
It's been great ever since Blake left.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank God.
I mean,
later,
Blake. Who invited him to the party?
Right. No.
He said he's in 3 other bands, or 3 bands in total.
3 in total.
Boy bands.
Boy bands. Quit playing games with my heart. Okay.
All right.
This is my last question, and then it's over. It's a 1-answer question. Oh, I got 2 people, so I need 2 answers. Well, 1 answer. Is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
No. In my opinion, no.
Thank you.
Because you eat it this way. You eat a sandwich like this. You eat a hot dog like this.
That's the best answer we've had.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Eric,
but a hot dog is not.
They are us. They are us. You know,
it's not closed face.
Yeah.
It's partially enclosed.
But you eat it on a hot dog bun.
It's its own thing.
Yep.
Not sandwich bread. Yeah.
Later.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Peace.
Yeah, thanks a lot, fellas.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you.